Hey guys, yes, I'm back. Welcome back. I had to come live. I had to say this because I was pulling my hair out listening to this nonsense of somebody that called in to All American Dream Chaser. It was driving me insane. I was like, how do I call in? This is the stupidest thing I ever heard. This is crazy. It doesn't make sense. And I'm like, why do these people believe this nonsense? I don't understand it. Hold on. Why? Hold on. All right. Remind me not to curse. I can't curse. It was just the craziest thing that I've heard. So I don't know how many people heard it. I'm going to play some of it. But I really think that there are some serious misconceptions with trafficking. Do you know what a small percentage it is that an affluent white girl gets trafficked? Almost nil. It happens, but it is so rare. So rare. Yes, you heard that, Annie. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, and one of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life. Because if these people looked up the real statistics of trafficking, they would know that like 95% of anyone that gets trafficked, is between the ages of 10 and 14. And I'm going to show you guys study that University of Iowa put out. It's a peer-reviewed study. It's not, someone's opinion where someone's writing an article. This is a educational paper, and it's from, I was going to say the government, but it's from Department of Education. So, like I said, it's not just someone's opinion. This was testing and stuff that went into it. But before I show you the actual statistics, I want to show you guys what was said. They traffic kids that won't be missed. They traffic kids with a fuss. Hold on. I will show you this statistic before you hear this ridiculous caller. And the guy sounded legit, like he sounds educated and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, please let me on this call because I will tear this guy apart with his bullshit. Ryan did a pretty good job, but I think I would have taken it a step further. Hold on, let me find my little article. Okay. Where was it? Okay. Between 50 and 80% of exploited youth have been in some sort of foster care, group home, or other aspect of child welfare system. A study done showed that almost 100% of child sex trafficking victims were involved in the state welfare system. Let me repeat that. Almost 100% of child sex trafficking victims were involved in the state's child welfare system. Many times they have run away or aged out of the foster care system. Aging out of the foster care system means 17. I'm sorry. System was a major issue as 11 to 37% of youth face homelessness. Okay? I repeat that. Almost 100%, which is about 98, of child sex trafficking victims were involved in the state's child welfare system. So keep that in mind when you hear this nonsense that you're about to hear. Hold on. Where did my StreamYards go? Is right StreamYards? Yeah. Okay. So rarely does it happen to an affluent white girl. All right. I'm going to play this from where it starts.
Ryan up here. And Ronnie, if you're watching this, your face is literally already out there. It does no more damage for you to show your face. Why can't you show your face?
We got a caller. Caller, go ahead. We got Ryan Upchurch and Xana May. What's your thoughts about Kylie Rodney?
Yeah, hey, I'm glad you guys were able to pick up. Me and my partner, we've been kind of going back and forth with the police and the FBI and the police in Florida right now for the past couple of days, and we felt kind of crazy because, you know, the stuff that Felicia's thinking, I went and found, you know, all of the accounts associated with it and verified everything, and it's stuff that's so complex that it would be insane for her to put it together. So, for example, the Jacqueline Naraido, she spelled the name wrong in the comments. It's Jacqueline, and then it's space Naraido. When you look that up on Facebook, you'll find one Facebook account that belongs to her. And if you click on her check-ins, you'll see that she's checked in to areas in Miami and the Pompano Beach area. And then she has a second account. I'm trying to pull up the username for that right now. It is Nelly BP. So if you go on Facebook and type in NLY space BP, you'll see the last name is in capital letters. It has Merry Christmas in the profile picture. And if you scroll down, you'll see that she accepted a job in 2007 from the Jamaica House condominiums. And on her original Facebook account, you'll see that she's checked in there since 2013. And the Felicia Singh lady was saying that the information was coming from somebody that's either managing or owns one of the condominiums there. And so, you know, that stuff is just like, I have a million other messages and stuff.
Athena, yes, but they don't take the car. That's what I'm saying. If they're going to sex traffic her, they're not taking her car. She was not, the odds of her being sex trafficked are so slim to none. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's highly unlikely.
But yeah, when I went and checked, it's just too complex.
But listen to this guy's story.
To be able to fake. And I, you know, she's mentioned that the car was going to be parted out last night or 2 nights ago, and that they were going to, you know, potentially move the girl or whatever. So the next day I started looking up on Craigslist Honda CRV, and in Miami Beach over by Boca Raton, there was a listing that popped up. And that was a 2012 Honda CRV that looked pretty similar, about 90% of the profile. There were a couple of things that were slightly different, like the rims and the roof rack, but who knows how outdated Kylie's picture was. And so in that description below that, I'm trying to pull it up right now, it said only asking around $7,300, anything close to the price is good, only had 2 owners, and everything looks new inside and outside. And the car's probably worth $13,000, $14,000. So why are they going to take anything close to $7,300? The phone number is 754-210-9436. And when you look it up, it comes up to nothing. It's a ghost number. But when you drop it in Google, the link that popped up, there was only 2, said Florida escort. And so when you click on that, I plugged in the name that Felicia Singh was saying of the Vanessa Rachel.
Now, here's my first question. Why are you doing this on a live with 1,200 people? These people have real lives. Like, no matter what people think of them, they still have real lives. This should not be being done on a live with 1,200 people. Sorry, not sorry. Like, it was ridiculous. Yes. Elijah, I know, but this is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
I plugged in Vanessa, and about 20, 30 listing at escort Backpage's site pop up with Vanessa that she's been listing every day. Now you can't see her face, but the body pretty much matches 90%. It looks like a Caribbean lady.
So like the picture that I put up on the Instagram, from the Instagram, does it look like that or no?
Yeah, it looks like a dark-skinned Caribbean lady, and it says Vanessa, hot girls, whatever. And this is a Florida Backpage listing thing, and like it's literally the only query that popped up when you dropped that phone number in from that car.
Wow.
So I sent that to the Florida police, and I sent the phone number and kind of the website thing, I didn't explain to him in detail. So he's like, oh, it's not the same car, not the same phone number, but he said that the Jacqueline Naredo is a good lead. And so they had actually went and checked a night or two ago when she said they were partying it out. And they checked the surrounding area to the condominiums and looked.
So my second point, actually. So this guy is being so detailed. If this really was a legit ring, if this was really some kind of sex trafficking ring, guess what? You would not be airing this on YouTube. It's dangerous. So you would definitely not be giving your name and everything on YouTube with 1,200 people, with a celebrity on there, no less. And you're airing out all of this info about an undercover sex ring with trafficking. Tell me who's going to do that. What genius is going to put themselves in danger like that? Sex trafficking rings are like dealing with the mob. There's a reason why they get away with it for so long. There's a reason why sex trafficking is underground. There's a reason for it. So the amount, I mean, he sounds legitimate. He absolutely sounds legit. But this is so far out of comprehension. Just keep listening.
Looked for her car. I actually had them, because that was a pretty time sensitive thing. So if it's not true, it's not true. Okay, great. They checked, they couldn't find the car. They said they checked the license plates from Kylie's vehicle across the state of
Ryan thinks everybody's Ronnie.
Florida, basically, because they have access to that in their system. Nothing came up, and
I don't know what the caller's name is.
And he basically said that the car, bad lead. He said phone number, bad lead. But he said the Jacqueline girl is a good lead. And he said stand by. And so I was like, okay, maybe they're doing something in the background and trying to, catch her or whatever. Because the Felicia account then said that she provided so much more info. It's really, complicated. But she basically said that the Jacqueline lady is either managing or owns the condo, and the Vanessa lady is there with her boyfriend, and the Jacqueline lady is there with her husband, and that the Vanessa, Rachel Singh, was able to get her papers by having this girl, Sarif F or something like that, marry her.
I agree with that, smart-ass patriot. That's what I'm saying.
And the police girl started to go off and say, to force that girl into divorcing and getting half of the life insurance from her father after he passes away. And they kind of have this whole other ring going on the fake paperwork business. And the reason that this police account doesn't want to come out is because she doesn't want the police to question where her paperwork came from.
So we're talking.
Exactly. There's huge undercover, you've proven my point. There's huge undercover teams that arrest thousands of traffickers a year. Totally agree with you. 100% agree with you. The key word in that is undercover. That's the key word. They're not telling people what they're doing. They're not running this underground operation in Florida and telling some random guy on the internet. God, you can't just believe that. I mean, this is like ridiculous.
Trafficking, is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah. And so, the police already mentioned, like, hey, we're going to treat it like a trafficking case. And so, they spent 9,000 hours looking in the rivers and the banks and everything, which is perfectly fine, good. But I feel like they're prematurely saying, hey, this is just, a ever, because they're getting different stories from the leash account that I think is the same story. It's just that the leash lady isn't, very eloquently telling it. And so when 4 or 5 different people come to the police and give them that, they haven't actually messaged her and asked. She sent us a picture from the police department, basically just telling her to shut up and that she's freaking people out. They didn't bother to say, hey, what's your number? Can we talk to you? They just said, go away. So how can you confirm whether the story's real or not if you just told somebody to go away? And I think they were freaked out because of the thing where somebody.
Trust me, the cops aren't freaked out. Goldie, I totally agree, and so is the other one. Not Ryan, the girl. I am listening to this. The cops aren't freaked out. The cops know that the cops agree with me that this is fucking insane. This is absolutely fucking insane. And the cops are blowing it off, rightfully so, just as they should.
He said that, oh, Kylie was found. And so then the parents said, hey, we don't trust social media, this and that. And, there's so many details on the back end of this that match up. And I believe I even found possibly the identity of the Felicia account, because if you go on binverified.com and you look up Jacqueline Laredo, and not only this is right next to where the lady said in Pompano Beach, but if you click on the relative sections there, you'll see that you scroll down 4 or 5, and the 5th or 6th relative is like a Sherilyn Singh or something. Like literally it's 1 or 2 letters off from Felicia Singh in New York.
Ryan, have you heard the Felicia Zing before? Sing, or how you say Felicia Zing? Sing?
Felicia Singh. That was that.
I got
Have
a
you heard
question.
that name, Ryan? Ryan,
I got a question.
Sure, yeah, Ryan wants to ask you a question.
If they didn't find the car there or anything, like they didn't find the car there, right?
Saying they didn't find the car. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you say they didn't find the car there?
Yeah, they didn't find the car there.
If they didn't find the car there, then what's the significance of the other chick if the car wasn't found there?
Well, because they acted on the information, a lot later, for one. For two, Jacqueline Laredo's actual residence is about 1.5 miles away from the Jamaica House condominiums, and she's just employed there. So
what's the significance of the condos?
The significance of the condo is that the Felicia Singh lady is saying that somebody that has to do with the hedge fraud and fake paperwork business knows Vanessa, and that they're at that location, and that
Who,
the
Kylie?
Jacqueline. But
who, the Kylie girl?
Yeah, Kylie.
But if they didn't find anything there that relates to her, then how's that possible?
Just because the car is not out in the parking lot when they're checking, hours and hours later after the initial information is given out, after everybody's already posting about it online.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think so. Are you Felicia Zing? Are you Felicia Singh, caller?
No.
Are you Patty McNathan?
No, you can look me up on Instagram right now.
Okay.
I'm a real estate agent.
Okay.
What's Instagram?
I just check out his Instagram, will you? Tell Xana May what your Instagram is. I will have her check into it. Go ahead.
Antonio.
What is this?
Salvo _. Antonio and then SALVO _.
So Lisa Zing has been contacting me for the past couple of days on Instagram, and
Gray, I have my own content. This has to do with the reason why I went live again is to show this. Mind your own business. Do I go in your channel and tell you what to do? No, I don't. So don't come on mine telling me what you think is right. I don't care what your opinion is. Thank you.
What you're talking about, caller, is exactly what I have on the Instagram right now. Exactly what you're talking about. And something about a red car.
Yeah. So the story that I have, so we can see if the stories line up, because I do care if the information is true, but I have no invested interest in it. I actually want nothing to do with this. I'm really.
Then why are you calling?
Business. I have nothing to do with this other than the fact that I want the girl found. I have no reason.
I have nothing to do with this, but I'm going to tell this poor woman's complete life story on the internet to some strangers on YouTube. Okay.
To put my name out there for any other reason than that. And she said that she doesn't want the police to look into her and verify her documents and, you know, have those questions pop up. The person that's doing, you know, the research to verify what she's saying at least has to put their name out there, which is me. Otherwise, there's just three sources of no credibility.
Flo, I know he does. I've already gotten permission from him. Gray just has to throw in his 2 cents when nobody asked.
I'm very easily verifiable to be a real person.
Yeah, this. I mean, everything that you're telling me is exactly what I got on Instagram from Salisha Zing or Singh, however you say it.
And this video is you can play this video back, and you can look up all of the specific things I told you, and you will find all of the exact same things. So and those aren't things that she mentioned just initially, right? She said, hey, you know, the Jacqueline Nerado girl, you know, I think has something to do with it. And she slowly gathered bits and more pieces of information. And on the back end, I was going and finding these Facebook pages and seeing, oh, okay, well, she's checked into the Pompano Beach Resort. She got a job there. Oh, okay. You know, she earlier had mentioned that somebody that was managing the condo or lived there was the person that was, you know, giving her some information. And if you look at the Vanessa Rachel Singh Facebook page, she's very clearly checking into all of the sex trafficking hotspots. You can see a bunch of pictures of her at bars and all these different things. And it seems like she's on the back pages. Obviously, I can't see her face on that one link, so I can't verify it 100%. It very clearly looks like she's into, you know, something along the lines of, you know, prostitution, sex trafficking.
Well, that's exactly what it looks like. If that's the case, then if what you're saying is true, which I don't know what's going on at this point, but if what you're saying turns out to be true, we're talking about like a professional human smuggling trafficking ring.
Yeah. And so the last kind of longer message that I got from police said that they're, you know, going to part the car out. If you Jacqueline's
okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Stop right there a second. Where okay, because you're saying Salish. So yeah, and this is Salisha. It's the same person then.
Yeah. I took out the A, but yeah, Salisha Singh that has been messaging you and a couple other people.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to.
Okay, and I don't know.
Do you think that, for those of you that know me for a long time, not for new subs, do you think there's a reason that none of these people ever contact me? Like, for real. Hey, K-Rocks, do you ever notice that none of these people ever reach out to me? They never send me this ridiculous stuff. They never contact me with this ridiculous information. Do you think there's a reason? And again, this is for my OGs. Do you think there's a reason for that?
Oh, how we can verify if this is true. Do you have an address as to where this apartment is at that they claim to have her at, or where she's at?
So she had the name chip.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's why none of these people, none of these whack jobs ever contact me. I mean, what he's showing on screen is someone that contacted him on Instagram and sent all of this information, tons of information. And I'm sitting there going, why would they contact you with all of this info? It doesn't make any sense.
Slightly wrong.
Gray, for the second time, this is my second show tonight. I've already gone live. You do what you do on your channel. I will do what I do on my channel. Thank you very much. When I need your opinion, I'll ask for it.
Based on the picture, because you can see the pictures of the Facebook, the name is actually Jacqueline Narado, Naraido, and the location was slightly wrong too. Instead of Jamaica condominiums, it's Jamaica House condominiums in Pompano Beach, Florida. Now to try and verify, whether what's there and just simply have the police, go by, check that residence if she is there, I called the front desk today, and she said she's going to talk to the board and see if that name rings a bell, which it should, because she worked there in 2007 and has been checking in there every year afterwards. And if pretty much the only thing, I looked at all the details, everything seems relatively credible from what I've seen. And so that's my last kind of thing that I'm able to do on my end, besides just letting the police down there, do their thing.
I kind of interrupted you when you were talking about what they planned on doing with the car.
Yeah. So she had said that they were going to part out the car. I think it was like 2 nights ago. And then she had mentioned basically that Vanessa is in charge of kind of a small little kind of trafficking ring, and that Glen Girl is basically, providing some of this information, I think, because she...
Now, Ryan's face is exactly what I was feeling and exactly what I was thinking. Like, this guy is out of his fucking mind.
They're only using her residence, and Vanessa has done this one other time, supposedly. And after they're done with Kylie, she said that, based on the information she has, that they're going to then go and give the girl to another group, and that,
because Kylie's face isn't plastered everywhere, because they could just dye her hair and she's going to look like a different person. But just remember, let's go a little deeper. This person is telling some other random person on the internet that she's never met in person exactly what this major sex trafficking ring in Pompano Beach, Florida, which is a very affluent area. In Pompano Beach, this is what they're going to do. She tells this random stranger on the internet exactly what's going to happen to Kylie. And nobody's saying a word. I understand why Ryan's not, because it's not his show, but nobody's saying a word. And just the logic behind this alone. And again, this guy sounds sincere, but just the logic behind this alone is absolutely insane. Insane.
And then who knows from there, right?
The car.
So you try and...
Ryan has a question for you.
What about the car? Where's the car? You can't part out something they didn't find.
Yeah, where's the car?
Yeah, this was just about, and not even an hour ago. This happened like 40 minutes ago. He's probably still alive, but Ryan had left.
Well, yeah, that's why I was looking for the car as well. And so that Craigslist listing, it was 1 year younger.
Wait, how do you know they're going to do all this? Did they tell you?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I'm trying.
Yeah.
How do they what?
You said they're going to part out a car that doesn't exist, that no one has found, and they're telling you what they're going to do with this girl. That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
He's been allowing Express. He hasn't let any. You have to
and you sound like the Milo dude, bro.
You get a sign.
Are you Ronnie?
Bro, stop trying to frame.
No, he's not Ronnie. It doesn't even sound like Ronnie. The only thing is the chat. The chat is going off right here. If you do have any kind of like this kind of the extra crucial information, you have to call the police. You have to let them know. Call the tip line. Call the FBI tip line and everything else. But
and we've done all that.
You have done all. And I can guarantee Ryan is thinking the exact same thing that I was screaming. And that is, no, please do not call the FBI. Please do not waste the FBI time. This story is the most ludicrous fucking thing in the world. And this is exactly what the police don't want. This is exactly what the FBI does not want. This is exactly the kind of shit that you don't report to the FBI because it's absolutely fucking ludicrous. Now, if she has a picture of Kylie, then you report that to the FBI. If you have a picture of, the car that with her license plate, then you report it for the FBI. That's what you report to the FBI. You don't report this kind of shit to the FBI with no proof. It is a complete waste of time. Because not only, now remember, they're all the way in California. So you report something like that in California. California then has to contact Florida police, or they need to pay to fly out to Florida. So let's just say they take it easy and contact Florida police. Then they send Florida police on a mission. And now Florida has to be involved. This is fucking, you don't call the FBI with this kind of shit. You fucking say, prove it or move on.
Of that. That's good. That's really good.
We called the FBI. They basically were like, oh, well, if you already, called with, because we called initially when the Felicia lady gave us, a couple.
That's true too, Gunnar. Good point.
Old messages. And they were like, oh, well, could you call them again? And they were very short with us and basically just kind of hung up on us. He was like, why would they go to Miami? And I was like, well, where the fuck would you go if you're trying to hide a girl? And so the FBI pretty much hung up. We called the Berkeley County Sheriff and we tried to get.
Yeah, Tony, it sounds like you have quite a few other calls are coming in.
Yeah,
so.
we get the phone. The phones are blowing up, but caller, I appreciate you calling us. I don't really kind of baffled at this point because we've got a lot going on here. It's a lot to sort through. But
we're on the same side.
Right.
I'm trying to,
and it could be.
I'm hearing this all through. I'm going onto my computer and researching it on the.
Okay, this is where I think Ryan's crazy. A lot of people are going to say that we're on the same side. So I don't think that part is not a conspiracy.
Back end, and I'm just trying to.
I think Ryan wants to ask you a question. Ryan, go ahead. Yeah. Ryan wants to ask you a question. Go for it, Ryan. Go for it.
Bro, I don't care what anybody thinks. You're saying the same exact thing. Why is this caller popping up here when I'm here? And then Milo popped up when I was somewhere else to be like, we're on the same side and it's in this direction, not this one. This don't make sense.
I think there's confusion right now, caller. Can you like give us an address? I mean, is other than some kind of substance? What can you give us to find Kylie? I guess ultimately that's what we're looking for. What do you have that substance solid?
Yeah, I'm trying to look in because I was taking pictures of.
No, I don't think Zanime was biting her tongue. I think she was buying some of it.
On my computer as I was going through all this, I'm trying to look and see what the nearest address for that Jacqueline Laredo was to the Pompano Beach, because it showed up. If you go on Been Verified and you type in that name that I told you, you'll see that her address is 1.5 miles away from the Pompano Beach Resort.
All right. Well, my email address is anthonydodge75@gmail.com, and don't forget to send that to the police as well, the authorities.
Yeah, they have it. I just want the public to have the information so everybody's on the same page.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, caller. Appreciate it. All right. Okay. We'll take one more call here real quick. You there, caller? Okay, then we got a caller coming in from Florida. Phones are blowing up because it's only Ryan. We did this together.
She brought up the sticker.
Ability. You never know.
I mean, what does that mean? We weren't ever really severely looking at her vehicle when we were.
Yes.
Tony, there's some people in the chat asking. Hey, there's some people in the chat.
Being made.
Letting those kids know. Remember, there are children that we talk.
In training courses.
Thing she hits is going to. And and scamming people by saying, look, Ronnie did it, when really Ronnie didn't do shit. It was him. That puts it perfectly right there. And it says she was seen at 1 a.m. She left the party at what? Her phone last ping at 12:33.
Through social media, this party.
I know how to interview, Gray. I get it. Uh-oh. What happened?
It doesn't matter. If it doesn't exist, it didn't happen. You can't.
The phone was Ronnie. Was that Ronnie?
It was.
That was not Ronnie. That was not Ronnie.
How do you know?
It does not sound like Ronnie.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
But you can't speculate that a party exists if there's nothing to speculate.
Root beer.
I just want to point out that there
was something. I think that was.
That is weird.
Yeah, that should come out.
Yeah, right. To anything. I'm saying it's a clue. What the
Yeah,
cops are
absolutely.
literally out here saying, "Hey, we need people to tell us something." No one's telling us anything.
Right.
That's because
Right.
there was no
Right.
party. That's why the cops are saying there's no pictures of no party. That's why no kids are talking. There was no party.
Okay, that I disagree with. There was definitely a party. No, I didn't tell Gray my theory yet. I don't know. He seems to watch me.
Yeah,
What-
we don't.
But there's one more caller I want you guys to hear.
If there's 300 kids at a party, do you think all those kids like each other enough to not snitch? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just don't. You know what? The thing that got me was this hoodie. I don't remember this hoodie ever coming up until much later in the investigation. I don't know why it took so long for that to come out. It just seemed like that was something. I think that was
that is weird.
Yeah, that should have came out.
Got to interview some people at the party, and that's why they saw this type of hoodie instead of the other one. The party that actually existed.
And then that other picture, if I can find it, where that they show it. There's here it is, right here.
Party that existed with who?
I'm sorry.
For a fact that there was at least one party out there because well, okay, so I have a video. I do have a video of this beautiful Hispanic party that was like right next to the site, and that's the video from the Snapchat.
But are the suspects in it, or anybody that was talking about Kylie in it?
Well, they're probably witnesses are getting interviewed by the police. So at this point right now, all we do is speculate. Until the facts come out, it's just like this same thing with Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito cases. So it's right now we're just speculating, right? But once the fact comes out, we all know who's either right or not.
But you can't speculate that a party exists if there's nothing to speculate it to exist.
But do you have proof that the party didn't exist?
It doesn't matter. If it doesn't exist, it didn't happen. You can't just make a party happen.
But do you have proof?
No, you don't understand.
Just like I don't have proof the party existed, and then you don't have proof the same way.
Hey, listen, if there's no party, you don't have to have proof of it not happening. You have to have proof of something happening. You don't have to have proof of nothing happening. It doesn't make sense.
Because that dude on the phone was Ronnie. Was that right?
That's the influence that he has. Is everybody that called in thinks that the guy on the phone was Ronnie? The guy was definitely not Ronnie. His voice was not the same. But that's the influence he has. But Gray, I don't think her car was even there. She was stranded there. She was left by her friends.
It was.
That was not Ronnie. That was not Ronnie.
The police state the party happened. The police stated that there's not even an argument.
It does not sound like Ronnie.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I know.
We both think it was.
Okay, I do feel like I need to point it out something.
Sure.
That we really do need to drop this Ronnie case because this is just one guy. Why? Well, first of all,
saving the girl.
First of all, he is a guy that is not famous. He may have or may have not done anything.
I don't believe a car was there, Avery.
We don't know at this point.
We'll stress that everybody's innocent
he has family.
Well, then
and he's an army veteran.
Then we can't talk about anybody else. Then we can't even have this podcast.
Hey, let's talk about you.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about you.
No, I don't believe that Kylie's car was there at all. I think she was driven there. Why? What's on the sheriff's page?
Music. I like the guitar that you got. Bring it out.
No, I'm here for true crime. I'm here to talk about facts. I'm not here to talk about me.
Hey, this is an all-American Dream Chasing
It's
channel.
okay.
The guitar, the music.
It's all good. We can disagree.
It's okay.
And then when Ronnie wants to
to me anymore. I hope no one looks for me.
That's Anna Mae. She's.
Is this dude totally? And I'm very intuitive. This person is the same fucking dude.
100%.
It has to be. Are the numbers freaking connected, or it's the same group of friends? This is.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes, I agree with Ryan. I've been following this.
All right, caller. Thank you for your call. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's It's a hot button topic. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you.
Hey,
Got-
Brian.
Got
Brian,
another.
It is a very.
Yeah, he's got a huge
Facebook pages and Instagram pages with things.
Is that Ryan?
And
Right.
and Zach. They're both white. They both look more to the rock.
Nothing about that, but I
To go on there, I didn't see the shoot list, and then I found these other two boys that went to Truckee High School, and that's how one or the other. Or
All right.
oh yeah, dude.
So there's
Very interesting take.
the pink one right here.
This one's called Infant. What is this thing?
It's actually one of my favorites, but
Tar is a dope.
it's true. I agree with that. What a nice surprise that was to have Ryan with us. I
Yeah,
don't know,
this
but
call.
there's
On team.
Used to have a metal pick for every finger. She'd
Wow.
pick
got quite a collection.
on some of the stuff. And I disagree with some of the stuff that was said about the lady on my TV right now. She's doing her job. They shouldn't criticize her for it. But at the same time, I think that the Ronnie guy is fake, and
Yeah, there's something going
the
on.
person who's controlling
there's
the
something going
Ronnie
on.
thing
Here we go. Listen.
knows what the heck is going on.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on. Something is somebody there's somebody trying to throw us off. I'm thinking somebody's trying to mislead us. What do you think, Xana May? I think somebody's trying to mislead.
Yeah. I honestly
Somebody's
think
trying to
there's
mislead
a
us.
fake
Yeah,
Ronnies out there.
I think somebody's trying to send us down the wrong road.
This
And-
is a far fetch, but what if it might be political and the government is doing all kinds of weird shit?
Like, are you fucking kidding me? If someone like this called into my channel, I would snap. I would be like, wow, this has to be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
To throw us off of the Donald Trump stuff.
Well, it's a possibility.
I really don't believe it.
kind of like a false
Just
flag,
what
right?
was said to me, and I was thrown back at it. Like, what? I never even thought of that.
Very interesting take. I mean, it's
Can you imagine if someone like that called into my channel? Oh my God, I would tear them apart. I would absolutely tear them apart. False flag, exactly.
it's definitely possible.
It's not possible.
You know, I just I don't know. It's there's a lot of possibilities, but
That is not one of them.
But I want to thank you for calling. The phones are blowing up, and
my
right.
very first thought that I was looking at the stuff, because I just started looking at this case today, was her significant other. I originally said it was her boyfriend, but in today's age, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl or whatever, if they even use those pronouns.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that it's whoever their significant other is, or the ex. And
now, mind you, she just started looking into this case today. Yeah, that's when I went live. I'm like, oh my God, I have to go live. I just cannot stay quiet about these ridiculous theories. I don't think they've ruled out aliens, but I think the reptilians got her. I think you're right. I've joked around about aliens, but yeah, I can't even comprehend how stupid people are. Like, wow. And he's placating it, which I didn't understand either. Like, no, it's not possible. Just cut the bitch off. Like, dude, go smoke some more weed or something. Like, whoa. The ex was 4 hours away with a rock solid alibi, I was told. These are members of the general public. Exactly. So, Gray, in a nutshell, there's multiple reasons why I don't believe that she drove. I can't get into all of them right now because it'll take me too long. But if you watch my last two videos, you'll see. Exactly. They serve on juries. But one of the main reasons that I know that she didn't drive is because one of Sammy's words And two, something that Mag said. Mags was only, this is what my live is about tonight. Mags was only there for 10 minutes. She did not stay there. So A, how did she say that Kylie was too drunk to drive and that she would have never found her way out of there? She would have never, ever found her way out of there if she was too drunk, and you wouldn't know she was too drunk if you were only there for 10 minutes. If she was that drunk and you knew she was that drunk, then you wouldn't have let her drive to the party because you can't get that drunk in 10 minutes. That's how I know a car wasn't there. Her friends busted her. I mean, her friends left her and something happened. And she probably asked for a ride back to her car and something happened. And they had to get rid of the car and they had to get rid of her. Most likely, they're going to find her in the trunk of the car or something like that. Or the car is going to be different than Avery, where did you see that it was confirmed by Life 360? Because Life 360 goes by your phone. Well, I guess it does go by your car, but you don't have Life 360 in your car. You have Life 360 on your phone. So if she had Life 360 on her in a car, then they would know where her car was. So she doesn't have Life 360 on her phone. I mean, on her car. Yeah, I use Life 360. But I want to know where LE confirmed that she had Life 360 on her card. Because if that was the case, all right, where did you read this? Now, I want to know, I have not heard this Life 360 yet, so I want to know where this was confirmed, by the police or FBI. Not something you read on a Facebook or anything. Thank you, Gray. That's what I'm saying. Her mother said in an interview. But Life 360 is on your phone. It's connected to your car through your phone. Her phone was on. No, she texted her mom, not called. I agree with that. They tossed her phone in the water. What interview did a mom say Life 360 was on her phone? Mother said she had paid crash detection on it as well. Yeah, it was a text, not a call. Yeah, but that's all on your phone. Hey, Britt. Steve or Steven? No. Yeah, I don't remember anyone saying that either. No, Life 360 is kind of like OnStar. I don't know what happened to the car, allegedly. It's either hidden somewhere or somebody got rid of it. Or somebody put it in the water. Yes, Life 360 does shut up, but there is, on Life 360, there is a car thing. And I don't have it. I don't have the extra car thing. But everything still goes through your phone. Your phone detects your car. Life 360 doesn't manually turn off. Oh, man. Yeah, forget it. I'm thinking automatically. So someone turned Life 360. Nobody's confirming Life 360. Nobody's even spent time on it. Well, she's saying the mother said it, but the police never said it. Mediums are saying it. Everyone, either one of the girls or the mom said something about a Steve or Steven. Huh? There is a reason not to. There's multiple reasons not to say why our car was not there. I've been through it for 2 days. As long as your phone is in your car, Life 360 will pick up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes by your phone. Yeah, I could see you, Chrissy. I think the car would still be in that lake. Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm confused about the water. And I agree, Lee. The mom said for Kyla to wake her up. Yeah, wake her up when she got home. As a teen, I would have taken advantage of that. Stay out way later than sneak in to be there in the morning. But why the phone off if she just wrecked somewhere? I don't believe anything Serafina says. Yeah, that's true. They have to clear the water. Someone turned the phone off. She didn't do that. Yeah, you can come up. Why do I keep doing it? I keep going to share. Guys, there's a link if anyone wants to come up. I know, Captain. I am not one of them. Her last ping was by the water at 12:30. Why is mom let her go out partying and drink? It was early. I dropped the link. 12:33. I don't know who Steve is. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go live. I was live for like 3 hours before. To me, he sounds like Gray. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, girl.
What's up?
Okay, so I was looking into some other medium things, and I had the name, and like I already knew that somebody had said something about a Steve or Steven connected to this case, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know. And then like I went to another medium, and she said StepNet, STEP _ 305 or 306, and I went, like, she got it in 2 different like sessions, and so I like put it together, and I went there, and it's this Steven guy, and there's pictures of Kylie and Jagger on this page, and they're both commenting on the pictures he's posting.
Okay, so it's a public profile.
Yes,
that's where they got it from.
But it's yeah, and it's been like up for a long time. Like they've had pictures from way back when and just recently, and they were all like commenting.
Well, now you know where the Steven name came from. They looked them up.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I didn't ever know. Like, I just kind of pieced it together myself and just started searching, and there it was. I was like, dang, I don't know.
Yeah, Steven's a real person, and what people don't realize what these internet psychics do. They do their research. That's why they come out days later, not like the first day. They
Right.
wait a couple of days. They do their research. They get as much information as they can, and then they throw it out. Because I've never seen a psychic on the internet come out with stuff the same day. It's always like 2 weeks later.
Right.
A week later, after all this information comes out.
Well, even then, I've heard somebody in the interviews, I can't remember who it was, but it was like one of the girls or even one of the parents. I don't remember. They did say something about a Steve or a Steven. I do remember that. And then when I went to that and it's Steven, and you see like these pictures of Kylie and Jagger, and they're both commenting on everything, it's just kind of weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they believe me, they did their research. They absolutely did their research.
Well, they, I mean, that's absolutely possible, but at the same time, that could be. I mean, it's there because I looked at it. So, I mean, like, could that possibly be like? I don't know, because I do remember the name Steve or Steven, and then when I saw that, I don't know.
Yeah, if you found it, they found it previously. I'm convinced of that. And because here's why. 95%, I'm not saying psychics aren't real. There are some that definitely are. But
Right.
the odds of a psychic being real on the internet are slim to none. The odds of a medium in real life where they can touch the person's stuff and
Mhm.
they can speak to, be where they were
Mhm.
and, feel their aura, their actual aura. Those are the ones I believe.
Yeah.
And most psychics that work with police, they're in their own state. So they can go to this person's house, or they get feelings because they're right there, or they can feel the person's aura. It can't be done on the internet.
Right. And I mean, it's not even about the psychic herself or what she claims to be, but it's the fact that this account is out there with the name Steven, and he's like posting the stuff and they're commenting on it. That's what I'm like. I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like, because you could see him in one of the pictures. Like, if you look at what he looks like on his Instagram, it kind of looks like the dude in the background in the picture they've already put out. So I don't know. I mean, you never know. I mean, there's all these possibilities. I mean, at this point, John, I mean, fucking from freaking Florida could have done this. You never know. I mean, I'm just saying, it's just so many weird things that are coming up.
Exactly, Gray. I see water. I see some trees. I see a guy named Mike, Steven, Mark, like some common name. I totally agree.
Right. Yeah. And but whenever I actually looked at like, if you literally open your Instagram and look at this page, like, it just kind of sent chills down my spine. I don't know. I mean, he was like almost praising them for being so happy together. And I don't know. It was just weird to me. I don't know.
But she looked it up first.
Uh,
She went looking at their Instagrams, their Snapchats, their Facebooks.
Yeah, obviously that. I mean, I'm not talking about her in general. I'm just saying once I looked at it, it was just, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's not her that I am talking about. I mean, she may not, be nothing. I don't know. But once I actually looked at the page, it was really weird. Like, just
What's the page?
It is Step, STEP.
Hold on. You said Instagram?
Yes.
STEP.
NET underscore 306.
Okay. Doc. Hey, at least it doesn't say Milo.
Right. But if you look at I think it's one of the first pictures, and you scroll down and it says his name, which is Steve or Steven or something, but they comment under him.
We're stacking them up. Here we go. It's gonna be a fun night. All right.
Hold on.
It's the Insomniac Hour, boys and girls. Welcome to the All American Dream. And I'm man myself, and we're talking about missing Kylie Rodney tonight, day 13. Where's Kylie?
No, he's their age.
Huh?
He looks older, but he's their age. You see him on a skateboard.
Yeah.
And someone said something about going to prom.
Right. And did you see the picture of the guy and the girl like hugging and kissing?
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah, you can see like they commented on it too. That's why I'm like, And then like the dude has like strawberry blonde hair, and in one of his pictures he was wearing like a beanie, and it looked like that guy that was standing behind one of the pictures they put out. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I mean, like, once I saw it, I was like, dang, because I've heard the name Steven multiple times, or Steven, whatever. But, and then once I looked it up, I was like, holy crap. Like, it's all over it.
Yeah, no, it just, I mean, my first thought, honestly, was that this guy maybe has autism or something, because he said, cheers to two of my favorite people in the world. I love you guys so much. You make me feel accepted like nobody else.
Right.
For some reason, autism just stuck out at me. I don't know why.
Or maybe he was like a loner, or just somebody that just wasn't accepted. I don't know. I mean, I thought the same, like, not like autism. Like, I wasn't thinking that, but maybe he was just like or maybe he just put this out there. I don't know. Can you see the date? I didn't even look when that was posted.
65 weeks ago, 54 weeks ago.
Oh, well, see,
August 21st of 21.
The shit wasn't just made up and fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, this is a year ago.
So I don't know. It's crazy though. Maybe he was just, like a loner at school, or people didn't, how you get bullied, or, just something about you that people don't like. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I mean, or he could have been autistic. I don't know.
He's got a lot of followers.
Yeah, he does. And the fact that he brought them up it brings them up so much, and they were commenting on it. I don't know. And I swear, like, it looks like that boy in the freaking background of that picture.
Yeah, he's Truckee High School.
Yep.
Hey, he's just a regular high schooler.
I mean, it's just a thought. I mean, you can't rule out anybody at this point, because nobody has been basically ruled out, and nobody is a suspect at this point. So I'm just saying, like, never know.
So Mags made her Instagram private too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I just found him through. I just found her through him.
See, yeah, they all fall. I mean, they're all friends. Like, that's another thing I saw. I mean, I know that they were Jagger and Kylie, obviously, but I didn't even think about looking for Megs. But I guess obviously she's on there too. So
yeah, no, this is just a regular high school kid. I mean, he could have graduated, but he's just a skater. What's that? You know, the sad part is that one of these people probably knows what happened.
I'm 100% sure that at least half of these people know what happens. Like I mean, I feel it on my gut. There's no way they don't. I mean, considering the times and like this all 10:30 bullshit, and I mean, like, come on. I mean, they have to know something.
This to me just seems like normal, everyday kids. There's a lot of skateboard stuff on here, a lot of friends, a lot of Truckee High School. There's nothing out of the norm.
Oh, I'm not saying that, you know, hey, here's a guy. I don't know, but you know, like, I've heard. I mean, like I said, I can't. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. But I know that I heard somebody say something about a Steve or a Steven in one of the interviews from either the mother or either what's her name, Sammy or Megs. I know I heard the name Steve or Steven, and that's why I was like, I don't know. I mean, but at the same time, there was, the whole dang school apparently was there, supposedly. Who knows? And who knows how many parties there were. Like, I don't believe there was just one party, but that's just me.
And let me also say, for those, not so much here, but for those that think Jagger's TikTok is weird, he's a photographer of cars.
Yes.
That's why he has so many cars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he sees so many pictures of cars. That's what he does for a living.
Yeah.
Jagger writes 4 days ago, $75,000 to anyone with information on Kylie. We need her to come home. I need her to come home. Please help in any way you can. Find Kylie.
Yeah. Okay, so, do you remember, did you ever watch any of the Chris Watts case?
No. I can't say no, maybe.
Well, okay, the first interview they had with him that aired on the news,
yeah,
he was like, please just come home. If you're out there, just come home. And he's like giggling through his interview. And it really reminded me of how like Sammy did in her interview. Like, she laughed a lot.
Did you not see my video? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have taken this down. I put up a video. Hold on, let me pull it up. I put it on private just because people were giving me shit. I'll tell you the date that I did it on. August 10th. I put a video of her and Chris Watts together.
Really?
Hey, you want to see it?
Yeah. I mean, can I see it? I'm on.
No, play it. Can you see the screen?
I can see you, but I can't see like the chat or anything. But I can see like what you pin.
Okay. So you could see.
Okay. Yes.
All right. What? So I took this down only because she was going to college.
Uh-huh.
But this was done on the 10th.
Do you think she just took off? Do you think? I mean, right now I don't even want to just like
look at his face. Like, oh my god.
That she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like I want them back now. Like that's what's in my head. Like if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's the not knowing part. Like if they're not safe, last night I had every light in the house on. I was hoping that I would just ran over by the kids running in the door and just like barrel rushing me.
Right there. Oh.
And it was just a traumatic night. trying to be here.
I would just want to know, we are doing everything to try and find her. We are making this go worldwide. We will find her. We will find what is happening, and we just want her home. We don't want to get anybody in trouble. We just want her home. We love her, and we would do anything to see her again. I just want to drink a boba with her again and laugh and tell the story. And when I see her, I'm going to absolutely tackle her to the ground, but I'm going to give her the most love that she's ever felt, and I hope she knows.
The kids. My kids are my life. I mean, those smiles light up my life. And it's like, I mean, last night, like during when they usually eat dinner, it was just like I miss them. Like, I mean, I miss telling them, hey, you got to eat that, or you're not going to get your dessert, and just like you're not going to get your snack after. I miss that. Like I miss them, cuddle up on their couches. They have like a Minnie Mouse couch and a Sophia couch that they cuddle up on and watch, Bubble Guppies or something. And it was just like, I was, it was tearing me apart last night, and I needed that. I needed that last night, and for nobody to be here last night and to go into their rooms and know that I wasn't going to turn the rain machines on. And I know that I wasn't going to turn their monitor on. No, I wasn't going to kiss them to bed tonight. It was. That's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it.
She's loved. This whole community is looking for her. The whole world at this point is looking for Kylie. Kylie, if you're out there and you can hear this, please fight. Keep fighting. Don't give up. We are coming. We are working. We will not stop working. I will stay up day and night. I have her completely. We want you home. We just want you home. And
her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
And that was it.
That is exactly what I was talking about. Like, can you not see? Like,
believe me, I saw it immediately.
The look in her eyes, even, and like the way she smirks, and like, oh, I'm gonna, tackle her, and he says, oh, I'm gonna let him tackle me to the ground. It's weird.
It's you guys, for those of you saying you don't see similarities, you're not going to see the exact same thing. The point was the vibe of it.
Yes.
The vibe of both of them were the same. That fakeness, that no tears, hey Rhonda, I can deal with the smiling because some people smile in weird places. I got that.
Nervous.
But it's nervous smile. So I'm not even worried about that. They say almost the exact same things. Their tone is the exact same. Yep. It's creepy.
If this was me, I would be bawling my eyes out, not even being able to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would not be able to understand the words coming out of my mouth if this was me giving an interview on either my children or my best friend or whoever. I would not be like that. There's no way.
It's also where they both smiled at the exact same time.
Yep.
No, I don't have that running. Oh, you know what? I bet you hear it on my headset.
I can hear it too.
Oh, that's on my headset. Hold on.
I heard it in the beginning and I was like, what is that?
I'm sorry. It was coming through my headset.
I mean, I didn't even see that video and I instantly got it. I mean, you said you took it down, right?
Yeah, I took it down.
Yeah. I mean, like, I instantly, because I was invested in that case, and immediately I just thought of that. It's so weird.
No, like I said, it's the vibe.
Yep.
Like, the mom doesn't sound like that. When the mom says the same words, she doesn't compare to Chris. There's just, it's just the vibe.
Yeah.
It's not the thing she said. It's how she said it, when she said it. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel.
And is it true that Sammy's parents are lawyers or PIs? I mean, That's what
I
I've been.
don't know. I don't know. The guy that's a PI is 75 years old. I do not believe that Sammy's father is 75 years old.
Right.
Her mom allegedly is 659, I think.
I mean, could it be her child? And
I don't know, but I highly doubt that her father is 75.
right.
So I don't know if I mean her mom shows that she's an attorney. That's the other thing. Somebody said something on his live about going to the same school as the mom. The mom went 62 is the mom or alleged mom.
Yeah.
Mom went to University of Berkeley or Irvine. I think it was Irvine. Yeah, Sierra Tahoe Investigations is not even in existence anymore. I just listened to a mom on News Nation where she said 100% positive Kylie texting her, sharing a location at midnight, still looking for the one about Life 360. But she didn't speak to her mom at midnight. She said that Kylie texted her at 11:30.
Has her parents ever even been interviewed, like live? I mean, to where we could see them? Not Kylie's, but Sammy's.
No, not that I noticed.
I didn't think so either.
Not that I could find. He could be, but even in his 50s, I have a hard time believing that he adopted a kid. Because
Yeah.
they have other brothers. She has brothers and sisters. But it's something just a father being 75.
Right. And I'm pretty sure, I think I saw another person saying that Kylie was connected to her, but it said that Kylie was like, or not Kylie, Sammy. I'm sorry. That Sammy was like 21 or 22 years old, like on the page. So I'm thinking that's probably like a fake. I don't know, but it showed like the mom.
That's where it was. Hold on True People search, because I was wondering where people got that Sammy was 24.
Yeah, it said 20 something, and like underneath like people that like she was related to or whatever, that you showed like his name, and he's married to a different person, like if you click on his name, and then it said that she was related to Sammy, and it said that Sammy was like 23, 24 years old. I was like, yeah, that can't be real, or I mean, that's it, or it's just a coincidence. I don't know.
No, believe me, I'm 50. It's not that old. What I'm saying though is I highly doubt that her father is 75.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I highly doubt that.
Right.
My son is 11, his dad is 56. Okay, that still wouldn't make him 75 at 18.
Right. I mean, unless if they did, I mean, like got married like when she was younger and he adopted her. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of in that case. But I don't know. I don't know their family like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. But I'm telling you, just from that interview, it just gave me chills. Like there's something about it that just doesn't make sense. I'm just saying that. Not saying she did anything or whatever, but I do think she knows something.
Brooklyn, I've been saying that from day one. Whenever that whole thing came up. So I don't know who SF Investigations is, but yeah, I've been saying the same thing.
What did she say? I can't see any. I can't. All I can.
That SF Investigations put out that she's 18.
Yes.
Theo Van's dad was. I didn't say it was impossible. I just said it was highly unlikely. You know, there's always exceptions to every rule, but I just don't believe that's her mom. I mean, I think that maybe her grandparents, aunt, I don't know. Something in me just tells me it's not her parents.
Maybe yeah. quick swimmers left in him.
No, it's not uncommon, Lacey, for the 12-year difference between her and him, but I don't believe that's her father. That's my point.
Yeah.
I mean, it does show that that's her mom connected, but let me rephrase that. It doesn't show it's her mom. It shows that she's related to her.
Right. And then it shows, like, if you click on that, like, if you're on what I was looking at, it shows, like, that Sammy's, like, 24 or 23 or something in that area, which she's not, obviously. But I don't know. It's just really weird. Like, everything I've looked at is just really inconsistent and really freaking weird.
Why don't let me ask that first. What's the relevance of the parents? Don't have a clue. I honestly and truly don't, other than the mom is a horrible lawyer that she lets her daughter talk. That's the only thing I can think of. But I don't understand why it was put out in the first place.
And if she is a lawyer, she's telling her daughter what to say and what not to say. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, if her family is really into law and PI and all of the stuff that they are saying that she is into, then maybe they are telling her what to say and what not to say, because she did tell her parents what happened. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know. I think her mom would have told her to keep her mouth shut. What's up, baby?
Hey.
What's up?
So if you look at the interview her mom did on News Nation, it's the one titled "We Won't Give Up." That's the one where her mom says she's 100% positive that Kylie is the one who sent her the text message because of the verbiage that they use. And then she said that Kylie shared her location with her at midnight, which she didn't see that until the next morning. She went and checked, I guess, that Life 360 to see the last time she had shared her location.
Okay.
But there's another interview, and I think it's also on News Nation. I'm searching for it, where her mom said that they got back the records or whatever, or they retrieved the records from the Life 360, and that's where she said that it was like manually turned off. Like she went in or somebody went in and turned it off at midnight.
See, but how would they know she had it? So that tells me, though, then whatever happened to her at midnight, which coincides with my thought that the phone was thrown in the water at 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then she did say too that she had the paid subscription where it would let her know, if there was like a crash detection, but it won't work if the phone's off. So, but there is I think it's News Nation, but if you wanted to listen to that one, where she says that she is 100% sure that was Kylie texting her, it's the video News Nation that says, "We won't give up."
When is the interview from?
6 day. It's the sixth day that she was missing. So, what day would that be? Because it says day 6 missing on the interview.
Last week.
Hey, well, don't get me wrong. It could have. I mean, it may have been her. But if anyone goes through her text messages or looks at how she talks, I mean, they could obviously text the mother and talk like her because they've looked up the messages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be too, but I'm just telling you what her mom said. But yeah, you could be right.
I mean, it's just so, I don't know, disturbing because anybody could have had her phone. Anybody could have turned whatever the 360 thing is off. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
What I want to know is, since there's like 18 different highways that she could have been on leaving, I want to know if they have been searching all, each and every one of those routes
Right.
because it's a lot of different highways. And if she wrecked going off of one of those, I mean,
Well, I mean, you could also think
what?
that or catch it or find her car. I mean, I don't think it would have just been disappeared. I mean, you know what I mean?
I think
Mhm.
Ronnie killed her. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be right back.
What did she say?
I said, I think Ronnie killed her. No, I'm just kidding. Hang on. You guys
Ryan, poor Ryan, he's so messed up. Ever since that Instagram page changed from Ronnie to Miro,
Yeah.
Ryan is like,
Ryan?
what the hell? He
I talked
is.
to him last night and he was like, I don't even fucking know what to say. I am so fucked up in the head. I was like, I am too. I don't know.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall when he got on his computer and went to Ronnie's Instagram page and seen it change to Miro. He's like, he had been like, man, somebody's fucking with me bad.
In that video, like it said Miro, like in the corner. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I think that is just somebody just trying to get clout. I don't think that has anything to do with it. But
Yeah, I think it's somebody messing with him, but it's funny to me to watch him the way that he's gotten so into this case.
I
And
know.
then ever since they messed with him, changed the name on Instagram, it's like now he is freaking determined to find out.
And I love it.
I do. I love it too. I love it. He's so passionate about it.
Yeah, and the thing is though, he wasn't even like in the picture. Like,
yeah,
Ryan wasn't in the picture when what's his name? I don't remember his name. Was like interviewed this dude, and then he like commented on it, and then now he's all like invested.
Oh, Ickadmel, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it didn't sound right from the beginning, anyways. And then when it showed like his white knee and all this stuff, like I was like, what the hell?
I don't know, because to me, his knee looked a little ashy, so I thought that it was like.
Need some lotion.
I mean, I thought that it was, but see, I looked up the percentages of African Americans in Truckee, Tahoe, that whole area, and I mean, there's literally like one or two African American people living in that entire area. In fact, it's like I don't even remember what the geographical perimeter that it gave me, but it was the population for 2022 for African Americans is less than 0.00038%.
Holy crap.
So I'm just not sure.
That kind of narrows it down a little bit.
And I don't see any black kids at the party, so
unless if he is like, this is what I was saying is maybe how like Mexicans,
yeah, no, there's actually a higher percentage of mixed, like Mexican, it was what was the race? Mexican.
Whatever.
And oh man, what was the race? It was Mexican and something. It's a mix of two races. It was actually a higher percentage than African American, and I can't remember what it was. Filipino. It was a Filipino? Maybe it was Filipino. I don't know. I've been reading and watching so much on this case that my eyes are going blurry.
Okay, well, you know how like if you're, I'm just doing typical. I'm not. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm just saying that most of them do like construction work or work outside, and normally they have pants on, and their arms are darker than their legs.
That's so true.
I'm serious. I
That's
know
so true.
I have a lot of Mexican friends, and that's how they are.
Yeah, I'm a quarter Hispanic. That's why I wear shorts when I mow the yard.
Right. So you can get tan, and you get a tan right when you go out. Don't get burnt. You get tan.
I want to make sure I'm not looking funky.
But I'm just saying.
What are you guys saying?
We're talking about you that you need to get a tan.
I do.
Go to the tanning bed.
No, really. What were you guys talking about?
Laura, rewind.
The Ryan thing?
That's what she tells me all the time when I come in late, and I'm like, catch me up. Avery, rewind.
The leg thing, the white leg, dark leg, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it looked like an ashy leg to me, like a lighter skinned an ashy leg. But I was telling her that I looked up the percentages of, the different races in that area, not just Truckee, but Tahoe. Like I went out a little further, and the African Americans, it's less than 0.00038% that live in that area. So there's like literally out of 650 people, I think it said there's one. And then there was the percentage was a little higher it was a mix of Hispanic and I think it was Hispanic and Filipino.
And then
So there's not a whole lot of unless his cousins came from further away, but I don't know.
And then I said, if you think about it, and I said, I don't mean this in a racist way. Again, I will say it again, that a lot of Mexicans do construction work, right? So they wear pants, but their arms are darker than their legs.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to tell her is what I was trying to say. Like his legs could very well be white.
Yeah.
His arms could very well be almost black. You never know.
Yeah.
So who knows?
A lot of this has to do with the poll that I did the other night. Do you believe YouTubers because they have a lot more subscribers? I see a lot of people believing Ryan, even though some of what Ryan says is not what the police say. But because he's quote unquote famous, or because he has millions of subscribers, all of a sudden he seems more credible.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I said the other night. And that's what I was asking in a poll the other night. Do you guys notice that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, in some cases, yeah. I don't know. Ryan is very, very into, trying. Even with the GB case, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get in trouble for it. But even with that, he was so invested in it and trying to figure it out. And maybe it's just his mind because he has a big brain. And
yeah.
Plain Jane, I do agree with him on a lot of things, but I don't agree with him on everything. And my title does not say I agree with him.
I don't agree with him on everything. I was looking at that leg and then the arm in the car and the hand, and I was thinking to myself, that's a light-skinned, ashy person, a light-skinned African-American ashy person who needs some lotion. That's what I was thinking. It looks kind of a grayish color to me, like the ashy kind of color.
But that guy's leg was white as can be. I don't care what anyone says.
It looked gray to me, like I don't know. Maybe I'm colorblind.
Okay. So hold on. My title says, sorry, but that caller was the dumbest thing I ever heard. I'll tell you why. Please tell me in here where it says that I agree with Ryan. Please tell me where Ryan is even fucking mentioned in my title.
Is somebody saying that? I can't see the chat.
Yeah. I can't. She wonders why I'm mean to her. Because you lie. That's why. Yeah, I think it was right.
Laura, somebody's always in here trying to give you shit.
I know. Always. She's like, great. Comes back every time.
There's going to be a hater no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Oh, heck yeah. Yep. Well, I'm going to hop down because my battery's in the red, but I just wanted to tell you where to go look for those interviews.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Bye, guys. I'll be back in the chat.
All right.
Bye.
Come here, you annoying dogs.
I know. I watch like in your videos. I'm like, oh, the doggy sounds so cute. Just yelping in the background, like, shut up.
Oh, they're just been little nightmares. No, I agree with Ryan on some things he was saying.
Yeah.
I agreed with Ryan on something that him and I kind of put our heads together.
Yeah, I was there.
I agree with him on.
Yeah.
I certainly don't agree with him on everything.
Right.
And I certainly don't agree with him that there was no party.
No, there was party, but I agree that there was more than one party.
Mm-hmm. I said that the other night.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean the people that said, "Oh, at 10:30 there was this many cars coming in, and at whatever time, what was it, like 12 or 12:30 or something, all these cars came out." Like,
if you look at the area, there's nowhere for all these cars to park.
Exactly. I mean, maybe the 40 or 50 they said that came in and left at the same time, maybe that many, or however many they said they saw, but 300, even if there was 2 people in each car, I mean, that's still 150 people or 150 cars. There's not enough room for all those cars. There's just not. So I believe that they had like a party somewhere else, and then a certain few of them went to that one. But at the same time, I wasn't there. But no, like for people, can you still hear me? Hello? Hello?
I'm back. Yeah, that was weird. The box just went kaboom. I'm back. Oh, there we go. The box just went kaboom. That was weird. It was Ronnie. Ronnie did it. It was Ronnie. That's happened a couple of times. Damn WoW service. No, I actually think I hit something. Yeah, it was Ronnie. Ronnie sabotaged my internet. Thank God it came right back, though. It's not Comcast. It's WoW. Ronnie wants his shoes back. Woo woo. Now I pay good money for good internet. We just got letters for Spectrum. Spectrum's coming in the area. It's been issues all over the tubes. No, I haven't really had any. I got the hiccups now, even though the dogs ate most of the food. But now I got a full belly. Yeah, I wouldn't trade to Spectrum. Spectrum used to be really good. And Brittany, thank you for coming up. And Avery, thank you for coming up. Bonnie, I was actually thinking about you today. I was underwear on the telephone line again. I'm telling you. I can't believe All American Dream is still on. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to shut down in a minute, though. Now that my belly's full, I'm tired. Even though the dogs ate 3/4 of it. So that was it. That was basically what I wanted to tell you guys or show you guys. The callers just made me so mad. I was like, what is wrong with these people? Guys, get your troll accounts. I need 4 more subs for 18,000. I do. I have a shitload, Pecan. And I mean a shitload. I got in a whole bunch of new cents. I always pay my internet bill on time, dumbass. And you want to know how dumb that comment was now that I think about it? Paying your internet bill on time or not on time wouldn't cause it to go out for a second. That's not how not paying your internet bill works. So I understand you're an idiot and you don't understand that, but yeah, that's not how the internet works. Nice try, though. Why are people so dumb? Can someone explain that to me? Couldn't look away from those calls. I'm telling you, Amber, me neither. You could tell his mom pays for his internet. But I don't think everything Ryan says is true. Get your troll accounts. I need 4 more. I tell Patreons that. I'm like, go into your troll accounts. I promised you to get the fuck out of here. All right, give me a moment. I can't. It's hard to do it on cue. I have to do it like speaking. I should have done it to that guy. I know. Someone got to come in here and troll me. But it's hard to do it on cue. Mother Cow's already following? Dang. I need 4 troll accounts. Are you talking about callers? No. I'm saying that I need 4 troll accounts to get 18,000. For government subsidized internet? Yeah, troll accounts. Only if you don't block me. If you block, I'll troll unsub. Yeah, great. Come in here and fuck with me. YouTube wants to get paid. They're doing ads now during lives and everything. That's it. 4 troll accounts. That's all I need. I can't believe, though, I'm at 18,000. So excited. Anything new on Dylan Rounds? Only 4 more. I'm almost there, Karmic. I'm close. I'm telling you guys, when I was listening to Zav 4, I was, whatchamacallit? She had an ad that I watched the whole thing. It was literally 20 minutes. I'm not at 18,000 yet. Your troll account is already subbed. Dang. Oh, I never read you guys what I was going to show you. Hold on. All right. All right. Hold on. Global Human Trafficking from the Ohio State University. Certain populations are more vulnerable to become victims of trafficking, but sex trafficking discourse many times centers around non-Black women, and girls' advocacy campaigns will many times use white girls or women, which results in a sense of urgency for white audiences. It creates a panic and feeling that this crime is happening here to people who look like me, and disallows for the audience to continue to believe that it only happens abroad or to foreign women. While the use of white women or girls in campaigns has the ability to be effective in reaching white audiences, it is actually problematic, since it, coupled with the media's portrayal of victims, allows no one to recognize who is truly at risk and why they're in that position. Anyone can become a victim of trafficking anywhere, but this is not accurate. Black girls are disproportionately victims of sex trafficking. Black youth account for 62% of minors arrested for prostitution offenses, while African Americans make up only 13.2% of the United States population. Many social and racial factors account for why this number is so high. There are many characteristics that increase someone's likelihood to become a trafficking victim. Some examples are a relationship to the child welfare system, traumatic childhood experiences, and homelessness. Between 50 to 80% of exploited youth have been in some sort of foster care, group home, or other aspect of the child welfare system. Study done showed that almost 100% of child sex trafficking victims were involved in the state's child welfare system. Many times they have run away or aged out of the foster care. Aging out of the system is a major issue, as 11 to 37% of youth face homelessness after. Exploiters always target runaways. One study suggesting that 1 in 3 runaways are approached by a perpetrator within 48 hours on the streets. Their homelessness and prior experiences in the foster care system make them targets for exploiters due to their possible trauma, lack of family and support system, lack of supervision, and are many times easy to manipulate. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Everyone's running with this. She was trafficked. No, she wasn't. Trauma plays a big part of it. Absolutely. And again, is it possible that anybody can? Of course it's possible, but it's highly unlikely. Preying on the weak. Exactly. They're not going to take, ones that won't be missed. They're not going to take an, educated young girl. She'll figure out a way out, or she'll figure out a way. They don't want that. They want someone that's got nowhere to go. Same thing with Dylan. Well, really, same thing with Dylan Rounds. But I think that's what this article is saying, is that, you portray child trafficking with, a pretty white girl. And that's just not the reality. I agree, Jason. Exactly. They're not taking someone that is on the 5 o'clock news. And that's why when so many people say trafficking, I'm like, no, definitely not. In-house specialties. Yeah, I also read in the same article, hold on, the age. Here we go. Many Americans will recognize the film Token as a movie about human trafficking. However, there are many parts to it that are problematic. In the film, a wealthy white 17-year-old girl travels to Paris. Within minutes of arriving in the airport, she's kidnapped by East European traffickers, rugged, sold, and finally rescued by her CIA dad. Token is troublesome in its portrayal of trafficking victims, where it takes place. Trafficking victims, here we go. Trafficking victims are not usually white girls or women from upper class homes, and traveling abroad does not necessarily mean you will be trafficked. The movie leads us to believe that trafficking happens outside the US, but in reality, it certainly does happen here. Token, however, gives viewers an authoring mentality as the crimes are being committed abroad by foreigners who are attacking American values. Certain populations are more vulnerable. I read that already, I think. More vulnerable advocacy campaigns. I just read that. I was I don't have my glasses on. Token. I think they wrote Token. No, it's Taken. It looks like Token, though. Token sounds like a Jamaican version. It is. Look, I'll show you. So you don't think I'm crazy. Doesn't that look like Token? If you're reading it fast, it looks like Token to me. See, that's what I think too, Brittany. Doesn't it look like Token? I mean, you can see it's an A, but if you're looking at it fast, it's Token my butt to bed, I'm telling you. To the left and Taken to the right. Yeah, no, it's the same. It just looked Token real fast. And that's why I was like, I never heard of a movie Token. It's Taken. Don't say token and foreign in the same sentence. But you know what I'm saying? No, that's why when people run with this, she's trafficked, and I believe she's trafficked. No, she wasn't. Know your statistics. See, that's what they say, that if it was submerged in water. But why would somebody turn off your location? That would only be someone that hurt her. So here's my last scenario, and then I'm going to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, but here's my last scenario. I think whatever happened to her at 12. Whatever they did with her, they got rid of her between 12 and 12:30. At 12:33, they got rid of the phone. That's what I think happened. And they all went on their merry way. So in order for, I know people are obsessed with trafficking, for people to get rid of somebody out there in a 30 minutes tells me she's in the water. They're probably going to find her in the trunk of her car. That's what I think. And I hate to say that, but that's what I think. I think they're going to find her in the trunk of the car. And at first I wasn't sure, but I kind of think that's what's going to happen. If they ever find a car. What percentage chance of a car accident? I would say like 30%. And the reason why I'm even giving it that high is because maybe she drove off a cliff. Like, you know, they didn't find the other couple right away, and they wouldn't have found them if it wasn't for somebody seeing. So, oh, that's right. It's a hatchback. Well, there goes that theory. I don't know. See, that's what I said too, Goldie. Too many witnesses, but doesn't mean she's in that water. But I think if they drove her off a cliff or something, she would, they would have found something. That's why I don't know about the accident. She could have crashed on the way home, but I just think you would see skid marks. You would see something. Yeah, I don't think she's there either. Yeah, you could still put someone in the hatchback. If she's in water, they'll find her. But which water? They don't, you know, you got to remember AWP's theory is that she'll be within 5 miles of her last location. That's how they run things. What would be the motive, though, in that scenario? What, putting her in the trunk? Who knows? Skid marks if you slam brakes. Yeah, but there would always be some kind of mark of an accident. Always. You can tell me not one piece of glass broke, not one mirror broke. That's why I don't believe it was an accident. There would be signs of an accident somewhere. I know that there are trees that block visibility, but I don't know. She was drunk, got a little lost. It could be an area they haven't searched it. It's possible. Yeah, they will. I'm just saying AWP says that everything they do. Thank you, Marsha. I've always thought JT had the hats for you from day one. Now it shows. Sorry, not sorry. I'll be a member soon. I'm very new to this. Thank you, Marsha, and welcome. If she was inebriated, it's just the most logical explanation. There was an accident. In Philly, found a missing lady 1 month later. Well, I actually personally knew. She was like a second grandma to me, Tilly, the one that happened in Florida, and she survived. She's dead now, but she survived for 3 days upside down in between trees off Florida Highway. I actually grew up with her. She's like second grandma. Yeah, but there would be glass or something. Jim Terry. There would be glass or something if there was an accident. If it's a cover-up, should be found in the rig underwater. He was helping Salty Doc's info on Lance's wife today? No shit. So that's what I'm saying, Flo. It's possible that, I mean, it's very possible she's in the water. Believe me, I'm not saying no. It's the most likely scenario. Yeah, but if she did that, I think they would see her in a helicopter. I mean, they put in some heavy, heavy search. You know, it's not like they just have local police. They have a ton of people. I don't know. I mean, that's why I said it's probably like 30% that she went off the road. Yeah, 9,000 hours, helicopter. I think it's more than 9,000 now. Isn't it up to like 15? Yeah, no, it's not their normal gig. But I'm just saying they say that they usually work within a 5 mile of the last ping, and that's where they find people. It's pretty much they use Occam's razor. The problem is, though, water deteriorate. What's the word I'm looking for? Not deteriorates. But the longer it takes, the more they probably won't find out what happened. Like, if she's nothing but bones, they can't tell you if she was raped. Or, I mean, they can tell you if it was a gunshot or something like that. But they can't see if she was strangled, per se. Decomposition, thank you. They can't say if she was strangled or something because there's no skin. And that sucks. That's Occam's razor. I agree. Oh, her phone was definitely thrown into the water. Especially if the last ping was by the water. It was either thrown into the water or it went under with her. There were plane patterns in the area today. We need, but you know, I was just thinking that when you said that. Why was JT trying to dox Lance's wife? Like, for what point? Because I was just thinking of that. I'm thinking that somebody was standing there, but her car may have rolled into the water at that time. Yeah, higher decomposition. Well, that's true, Amber. I was just thinking like bruises, see bruises. That's what I was thinking. JT, good point, Crystal. You're right about that. I mean, I guess a good anthropologist or a good forensic bone guy. It's too late to think. Someone will clip me like they always do. Forensic expert will be able to tell for the most part. But what I'm likely thinking, pathologist, thank you. No, not a mortician. Forensic pathologist. What I'm mostly thinking, what I really think happened, now that I really sit back and I think about it, I think she died somehow. They put her in a car and drove off the water. This car sank to the bottom. That's what I think. And that's why her phone went off when it hit you know how like an iPhone, you can go up to like, 30 feet or whatever it is for like 30 minutes. That's what I'm thinking. It was already in the water and went out because the water's over 40. Yeah, a car like that is going to sink. So that's what I think they're going to find. I don't know. Maybe somebody tried to rape her and killed her. Everyone's thinking drugs. Maybe she was raped. You wouldn't need a splash if it drives in. I thought of that too. But maybe I'm watching too many movies. But if you are at the end with her and you put it in drive, it wouldn't splash. It would go slow. Yeah, if they find her phone by itself, then someone else is involved. I agree. And it was pitch black. They may have put her in the water in a place that was pitch black. And maybe they thought people were swimming. Or they intentionally drugged her. No, they had people there at 4:30 in the morning. They may have thought people were swimming. I mean, if they were smart, they were making noise and splashing like they were swimming. That would be cool, Verika. Kids know the area. What's not to say? They drove her to a remote area and left her in a car. That's possible too. Or they drove away from there and went to a different water. Maybe they dumped her off in Lake Tahoe. How deep is Lake Tahoe? Because Lake Tahoe is really close, isn't it? Hold on. Whoa, check this out. People would put cement blocks on the feet of their victims and let them sink to the bottom. There is no exact number of bodies at the bottom of the lake, but local experts estimate over 200 bodies are still preserved down below because of the cold temperatures. That's Lake Tahoe. No, Lake Tahoe max depth is 1,644 or 501 meters. But they still say 200 bodies are down there. Morbid legends of Lake Tahoe, bodies at the bottom. It's 21 miles long, 11 miles wide. That's crazy. Lake Tahoe is the second deepest lake in the U.S. It's the 16th deepest lake in the world. That's crazy. Maybe that's why they need AWP. Because it's so cold. Because, I mean, if cement blocks will go to the bottom, well, so will a car. It's 1,000 feet. It holds 39 trillion gallons of water, enough to cover the state of California. I didn't know it was that deep. Yeah, I know they have better equipment, but I'm saying, oh, they aren't going to search at Lake Tahoe? Even if they don't find her? Hang on. Scuba trail. The border of California, Nevada, the water is extremely cold and impossible to explore its deepest caverns, contributing to the many expeditions that have taken place to unveil the mysteries and legends of the lake. No, maybe I have Looking Beyond. Maybe I have. Yeah, they're saying you can't get down there. That's spooky. Loch Ness Monster. Say that if you were able to journey to the very bottom of the lake with freezing temperatures, you would find hundreds of bodies wearing clothing from the 20s to the 60s. Add that to the numerous drowning victims from boating, swimming accidents that have never been recovered, and the mystery only deepens. Fishermen have claimed to see dead bodies floating on the surface of the lake when the waters warm up. As recently as a few weeks ago, scuba divers found a body of a man who had drowned in the lake 17 years ago, still in his wetsuit. The body was well preserved due to the cold temperatures of the water. I never knew this. This is interesting. Lake was created 24 million years ago by the rise and fall landscape due to faulting. Full screen is unavailable.
Topside, topside, we are passing 9 feet. Thursday.
This guy is old.
Go ahead and begin our descent. We'll be on the surface in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Topside. I read you look clear. Systems are green.
My name is Scott Cassell. I'm to 300, 100, and 200. It's about a mile. Be 20 degrees colder. This can go down to 300 feet, and I can stay there 10 hours and collect information and move at my will and make good long observations instead of the fleeting moments of way down here. Myself, I know I'm in for a good time because the sub, as it did today, range, and you can actually see the crawdads walking around in the background. They didn't even know I was there. The Undersea Voyager Project is a nonprofit program right here in California that is designed to learn everything we can about undersea and underwater life and give that information away for free to the public. It is to benefit mankind's knowledge base. The other part of what we do is we teach kids the technology. This mission primarily here today and the roots with all of these rocks down around it, you can see that it was deposited there by a landslide and it did not grow there. As I took the sub and went down in the deeper water, I found more trees at 125 feet deep. And they also, same story. They had big boulder rocks all the way around them and cobble. And the rocks had digested. And they were put there in the water. They could grow it.
That's a cool job. I'll take that job. The article is Mysteries of the Deep Lake Tahoe by Forbes. I guess nobody's ever been to the bottom. That's crazy. So they made 58 submarine trips, 33 scuba dives below the waters of Lake Tahoe and Fallen Leaf Lake. One of their most unusual underwater discoveries was an ancient forest at the bottom of Fallen Leaf. Adjacent to Lake Tahoe, where 80 feet tall trees more than 2,000 years old are standing straight up. That's pretty cool. I like land. That's pretty cool, though. So why don't you think they're looking in Lake Tahoe, though? Like, how do you know AHP isn't looking in Lake Tahoe? Oh, wow. People also speculated that instead of paying Chinese immigrants for their railroad work, they were tied together and sunk to the bottom of Lake Tahoe, still alive. That's as of August 7, 2022. That's wild. What lives at the bottom of Lake Tahoe? Fresh water, over 1,600 feet. The mysteries. Yeah, Lake Tahoe is a dumping ground for the mob. Whoever said that before? Story circulated, cement blocks tied. That's weird, though. This article came out the day after she disappeared. Some believe a giant lake monster prowling deep below the surface. It is unknown what lives at the bottom of Lake Tahoe. Rattlesnakes, leeches, and giant goldfish. An average of 7 people die in Lake Tahoe every year. This one is, hold on. National Geographic, maybe? Discover. AZ Animals. Whoop. AZ Animals. Who do you think funded the casino? Oh, the mafia did. For sure. It's pretty. See, but I don't. Yeah, her car. I don't think her car could have gotten there. Doesn't look like there's anywhere to get a car there. One California man was so interested to find out what lived 1,600 feet down from the surface, he fashioned a camera into a container able to withstand intense pressure and lowered it down to the bottom. While viewing the footage, he caught a blurry image of a white-bellied creature that moved remarkably like a bull shark. However, bull sharks can't live in these extreme depths. Scientists also believe it could have been a large lake trout. Unfortunately, without extensive dives and research, we won't know what lives at the bottom. Many believe, without a doubt, many known and unknown creatures in this massive lake. Can't deep dive. They're saying it's too cold. Average of 7 people die. Many don't realize how freezing the water is until they're thrown in and experience involuntary gas reflux. Reflux causes rapid breathing, gasping, fainting, muscle failure, and immediate risk of drowning. Cold water and high altitude provide a different and dangerous water experience many can't handle. That's interesting. Yeah, you wouldn't see me down there either. That is beautiful, though. Drowning is the most common cause of death. But it doesn't look like there's a way to get a car there. I don't even know how you get a body there except in a boat. Why you guys got me in this fucking rabbit hole? Connie's comment. I don't see Connie's comment. Connie. Oh. Yes, we are at my daughter-in-law's house. What's her comment? Connie. Oh, no, Connie. What happened? Oh, my God. What happened? Oh, wow. Connie, I'm so sorry. What happened? Oh, Connie, my heart bleeds. I really am. I'm so sorry. I would get in touch with Veloma. I mean that. When your main girl's son died or daughter died, Paloma was wonderful with her. I'll get a hold of Tiffany and find out how to get a hold of her. So sorry. And if anyone's in here is friends with Paloma, she was great with main girl. She sent her a kid and talked to her. And Paloma has a channel. You know who I mean? She has a channel. Aw. Paloma Unleashed. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. How do you spell Paloma? Yeah, see if you can find it. I can't find it. Connie, you know how to reach me, right? It's my worst fear. My absolute worst fear. I think it's every mother's worst fear, to be honest. Okay, I knew I was spelling it wrong. There it is. Connie, here. I'll reach out to her too for you. But take this link. She has some great videos. Lady packing a bag, see a family member? I don't know. He was sick and taken to the hospital yesterday. We don't know if he's got any test results, find anything out. Oh, wow. Oh, Connie, here's her email. Please reach out to her. I honestly can't even read her description because I'll cry. But I'm going to type it. Hold on. Um, All right. That's her description. I can't read it. I'll end up crying. I agree. That's why Veloma's great. I saw how Veloma was with Main Girl. And thank you, Annie. Connie, you know how to get a hold of me. But definitely send Veloma an email. And I will reach out to her in the morning and tell her, that you're going to contact her. Lacey, I didn't write it. It's a description for Veloma. Veloma lost a child. And now she made a YouTube channel to help other moms who lost a child. But I can't read all that because I'll cry. So that's why I typed it. I can't handle reading stuff about kids dying. Third child? Wow. Definitely reach out to Veloma. All right, guys, I have to get to bed. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm too old for this. I'm too old to be up this late. But Connie, you know how to reach me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Connie, I'll reach out to Veloma in the morning as well. I am so sorry. So sorry. And if you're not in Discord, let me know. The link is on my community page. Thank you, Crimson. I do care for my subs. I just wish it wasn't 3:30 in the morning. Thanks, Polly Socks. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Love you, Connie. I love you, Brittany. And thank you, Brittany and Avery, for coming up. I'll see you guys tomorrow.